Alright, so hello everyone. Today our group will be presenting the case study titled Ahmed Shah, the 1 cent thief. So here is the information. Here is our group information. So let's move on to the next page. Alright, so this is the well-known Malaysia internal threat case that highlights how small breaches in integrity can escalate into the major corruption incidents. Through this case, we aim to explain what happened, what contributes to offense, and what lesson we can learn about integrity and anti-corruption. So let's move on to the background of the case. So Aman Shah Ahmed was the bank employee in KL during the early 1990s. So his job gave him access to the bank electronic transfer system, which allowed him to view and process customer transactions. He took advantage of weaknesses in the system and secretly transferred tiny amounts, sometimes as low as 1 cent, from many customer accounts into his own. So, well, these amounts seems insignificant individually. The repeated transaction accumulates to about 4.1 million ringgit over time. Because of this method, he became known nationwide as the 1 cent thief.
Next, let's move to the factors that contribute to the essence. First, there were clear system gaps. The bank's outdated electronic transfer system did not track and flag smooth. Repeated transfers making it easy for irregularities to go unnoticed. Second, Amish had high access rate to the system. There were no proper security restriction, duties, or requirement for the second approval, which allowed him to manipulate it without detection. Second, insufficient editing playing a major role. Internal auditors focus measure on large sum of money, so the partner obtainer deduction was ignored. Final personal motive, including finance, press, and desire for more luxurious lifestyle, pushed him to take advantage of the system. Okay.
Okay, hello everyone. Now let's look at the implication of this case. For individuals, customers lost trust in the bank's ability to protect their savings. The case also made employees more cautious, and monitoring became stricter. For organizations, Hokkien Bank suffered reputational damage, and the incident exposed major weaknesses in its digital security and oversight systems. The bank was focused to strengthen internal controls and monitoring to prevent future incidents. For the country, the case highlighted vulnerabilities within Malaysia's financial system at the time. It promoted regulators to enhance cybersecurity frameworks and emphasize stronger anti-corruption practices in the banking industry. Okay, it's my part.
Now is the fifth part. Measures to address the integrity and corruption issues. Move on to the prevent measures. To avoid similar indicates, organizations should conduct regular system audits to detect the suspicious patterns early. There must be clear separations of duties, meaning no single person should have the full authority over financial transactions. In addition, bank should provide the ethical and integrity training to ensure the employees understand the series of fraud. Finally, real-time monitoring system should be implemented to detect the anonymous, such as the repeated microtransactions. That's my part.
Hello everyone. Let's look at the lessons. From this case, we learned several important lessons. Internal control must be strong. The myth is weak systems create an opportunity for corruption. The second is separation of states is essential. The myth is No staff member should hold too much power in financial process. The third is integrity training matters. The mean is employees must be reminded of ethical responsibilities. The last one is technological systems need monitoring. The mean is especially in banking, where small lobby can lead to large crimes. And overall, this case teaches us that corruption often starts with small, unethical acts. When left unchecked, they can grow into major financial crimes. That's all for my part.
All right. So in conclusion, the Amensa case demonstrate how lack of integrity and the weak oversight can lead to serious consequences. It shows the importance of strong control, accountability, and ethical behavior, not only in organizations but also in our personal decision. Make us future professional. Even small dishonest action, even small dishonest action can create a long-term damage if they are ignored. So here and a lot and finally, so you can see the reference below the conclusion. Yeah, so that's our presentation of the poster. Yeah, so that's all. Thank you.